Everybody here giving a very quick whoop whoop when they heard that the Duke and Duchess have finally arrived. Madam, can I just ask you, the Duke and Duchess have arrived, as you know. How will they be received here in Australia?
Oh, I love Diana. I followed Diana when she came to Australia many years ago. But I'm really excited for them to come here, and I think we love the royal more than ever this time.
Well, it's interesting because Australia's been traditionally quite a hard sell for the royal family.
No, with me, no.
Well, obviously not with you guys because you've turned out. Madam,
We came very
What time did you get down here then this morning?
I got here at 8 o'clock.
I
came from Bathurst to come down.
And you are laden down with toys and well, what's inside this, madam?
A frisbee for George to
Of
play
course.
with, a little face washer that says George on it, and a little Australian T-shirt.
Yeah, have you been here from the early hours of this
8
morning?
o'clock this morning.
Yeah?
Yes, and worth every minute of it.
What is it about them then? What is it about? Is it William? Is it rather Kate?
No, Kate, William, and the whole royal family.
But
But continuing on, the younger generation.
Yeah, but for years there's been quite a strong feeling, hasn't there, in Australia that the royal family, it's an outdated idea that you have a British head of state for Australia, not an Australian. Is that waning at all? Or
No, not with us.
On that, and we voted to keep it. So.
Yeah.
So the fact that William and Kate are here, do you think that's just going to increase the sort of royal support?
Definitely.
We know William when he was a little baby. He came 9 months old with Diana.
And you must be, you must have been watching when Prince George was born. I was outside the window.
We saw you 24/7. I saw you 24/7.
What did you make of that? I mean, now that the new generation, what this says, of course, is that not only is Charles likely to be king, so will William, and so will now George. That's the next 80, if not more years, of the line of succession now sorted.
I think that's what we love about them so much, because they've been a huge part of our history, and we know they're going to be a big part of our future. So I think that as Australians, we see them as a constant, and we rely on them, and love it when they come to visit.
Right. Well, I think thank you very much indeed, ladies. We'll just move sort of towards the end of the line. The Duke and Duchess will make their way once they've met a number of the dignitaries at the airport. They'll meet the Governor-General, Sir Peter Cosgrove. The Honourable Marie Bashir is the Governor of New South Wales. Prime Minister, of course, Tony Abbott. There'll be no meeting, however, with the Premier of New South Wales. As they disappear and head into the side of the building, there'll be no meeting with the Premier of New South Wales here or there, we think. He was rather embroiled in a scandal of late, and this morning resigned. He apparently claimed that he hadn't received a £1,500 bottle of Australian wine, but then surfacing later on was a thank you note that he'd signed, and after that he felt he couldn't stay in his position. But the Duke and Duchess are here. They are on Australian soil. For Kate, it's her first time. For George, it's his first time too. And in about 15 minutes or so, they'll be arriving not right here, the far side of the Sydney Opera House, for a reception. And then they'll march out here afterwards and obviously meet everybody here who... you wanted to say something very quickly?
Yeah. I'm from Lebanon, and I'm coming especially for Kate and George and William.
Not William. I was going to say poor old William, honestly. And have you come a long way today, or are you Sydney born and bred?
No, I'm from Lebanon too. I'm her mother. We came from Lebanon, and we came now from Francis Horace for the north of Sydney at 7 a.m.
You've been here since the early hours of this morning. Well, look, I hope you have a good day, and we'll speak to some of you a little later on. So yes, William and Kate finally here, and they'll be right here very, very soon.